for joining us this evening on TKO8 Local News. Well, the Boone County Justices of the Peace, attending a committee meeting on Monday night, were briefed on options proposed by the Arkansas Department of Transportation for a future bypass on US 65 at Harrison. ADOT's District 9 resident engineer, Steve Lawrence, was invited to speak, and he welcomed questions about the plans for from both the JPs and the public. Late last year, the Highway Department presented to the city of Harrison drawings of 3 proposed changes to the move as the growing volume of traffic on US 65 through Harrison. The City Council recently sent a letter to the Highway Department stating that of the 3 options presented, the northern bypass provides more opportunity for growth for the Harrison community. However, the letter also emphasized a number of improvements that could be made to the existing roadway in conjunction with the city's own long-range street plan that could further delay the need for a bypass. Justice Fred Wool asked if a final decision had been made, to which Lawrence said that it has not, and more public meetings will be held before anything happens. Well, this is a bad time for Diamond City to be without a legal advice. Diamond City's Mayor Jane Hudson has vetoed an ordinance passed last week by the City Council. Hudson issued the veto announcement on Friday, April 27th. Her action overturns the council's decision to detach a property from the city limits. She offered 6 reasons for the veto, including a brief ordinance that was not written properly, and that when the council passed a defective ordinance without amendment, they failed to act correctly in the city's interest. Hudson noted that the recorder was not properly authorized to preside at the meeting, let alone vote. Hudson sent her vote message to the 6 members of the council. It is now up to those members to decide how to respond. The council could decide to override the mayor's veto, which would require a motion to override and a vote by at least 4 council members in support of that motion. If the mayor's objection to the ordinance's content and process are valid, a vote to override the veto would be a vote in favor of a defective ordinance. 34-year-old Crystal Sanford and 55-year-old Andrew James Esperado were arrested Sunday after Mountain Home police were alerted of a female allegedly attempting to obtain narcotics. According to the probable cause affidavit, officers conducting a traffic stop located a glass methamphetamine pipe along with 4 hydrocodone and 3 amphetamine pills. During Esperado's arrest, a syringe was also found in his right pocket. A pill bottle with additional meth and 2 hydrocodone pills were also located in a pair of sweatpants in the back seat belonging to Sanford. The 2 were arrested and transported to the Baxter Regional Detention Center and charged with felony counts of possession of a controlled substance, methamphetamine, and hydrocodone. Bonds for the 2 were set at $2,500 each. Well, the Harrison Board of Education recently took time to review a nearly flawless annual legislative audit. The district's business manager, Shannon Lovelace, says the auditors came on campus and stayed about 3 weeks. She added that they looked through contracts, payroll, all the revenue, and also the expenses. The only findings that was an error on their handling of the applications was for free and reduced lunches. Lovelace explained that the district handled 2,400 applications for the nutrition program with only a 30-day window to process them. Auditors drew 25 cases at random from all the applications and found an error in only 1 of those applications. Lovelace said next year the district will bring in help to do a larger review sample. There's something new to see when you're driving north on Main Street from the square in Harrison. Shelby's gift store has offered up the side of her building for a new mural that is a part of the Harrison Middle School East Lab project to brighten up the city. The mural includes a colorful likeness of a buffalo and the phrase "Gateway to the Buffalo." The project was paid for by a Voya Unsung Heroes grant program for the district. Voya Financial, the $2,000 grant for innovative classroom practices, was earmarked for the painting murals on several businesses in downtown Harrison as a part of the Natural State Natural Art Project. So far, Serenity Soaps and Watson Webb have welcomed the mural incentive. Stay with us. Be back in a moment. We'll take a look at news from around the region as TKO8 News continues.
On any given day here at Main Street Service Center, we might be working on a Ford like on the 4-post lift over my shoulder, or an Infiniti that's back on the back bay, or a Toyota, or a BMW, or right here a Hyundai. You just never know what's going to come into the shop and what their needs might be. But you can rest assured that at Main Street Service Center, whatever you're driving, we can take care of it for you, whether it's oil and filter changes all the way up to engine and transmission replacements. And get this, we've been in business for 29 years, and there's still things that we can't do, and we're not too proud to say it. So if you bring us something and it's over our head or out of our capabilities of expertise or tools, we're not too proud to say it, because we want your vehicle fixed correctly, right, and the first time.
Plants, plants, and more plants. That's what you'll find at Camp's Plants in Harrison. Perennials, annuals, ferns, hanging baskets, shrubs, roses, decorative trees, and the largest selection of garden vegetables in the area. With different varieties arriving weekly, you're sure to find the perfect plant, shrub, or tree at the best price in the area. Camp's Plants in business for over 33 years in Harrison.
Summer is just around the corner, and the staff at Harness Boots and Shoes are ready with all the latest styles of tennis shoes, sandals, dress shoes, casual shoes, boots, and hiking shoes. You'll find the most popular brands such as Merrell, Birkenstock, Chaco, New Balance, and Twisted X for men, women, and children. And if you don't find the style or color you want in stock, they'll be happy to order them for you. Don't forget, $10 down will hold anything in the store on layaway. Harness Boots and Shoes on the west side of the square in beautiful downtown Harrison.
An Arkansas couple has pled guilty to helping forge the will of a survivor of an oil rig explosion, who later died in an automobile crash, sending most of his $1.7 million estate to an ex-girlfriend. John Kinley of Camden, Arkansas, pled guilty Monday in federal court in El Dorado to wire fraud, and his wife, Marion Kinley, pled guilty to conspiracy fraud. The two admitted that they signed as witnesses to the fake will, awarding $1.3 million from Matthew Sean Jacobs' estate to Jordan Alexander Peterson. The will was created by Peterson's mother, Donna Herring, days after Jacobs' 2015 death. Herring and Peterson each pled guilty in January to charges in the case. Jacobs' fortune was from a settlement he received after surviving the 2010 Deepwater Horizon explosion in the Gulf of Mexico. An Arkansas Education Department official has ordered a school district to take back a 15-year-old student accused of posting a photo of him holding a gun. The decision by hearing officer Robert Doyle came despite Valonia School District officials saying that the teen is potentially dangerous to other students and to the staff. Dole's report states that a psychiatrist from a facility where the boy was admitted said, however, that he doesn't pose a threat to himself or to others. The district appealed that decision Monday instead of allowing the special education student to return to his classes at the freshman academy. The teen has been out of school since March the 2nd. And a Washington-based group is preparing to launch television ads targeting Arkansas Supreme Court Justice Courtney Goodson in her re-election bid 2 years after it spent more than $600,000 on spots aimed at Goodson during an unsuccessful campaign to lead the high court. Filings with the Federal Communications Commission indicate that the Judicial Crisis Network has spent more than $96,000 in air ads in the Little Rock and Northwest Arkansas areas over the next week. A filing from one station says that ads focused on criticism of Goodson. Goodson is running against Arkansas Department of Human Services Chief Counsel David Sterling and State Appeals Court Judge Kenneth Hickson in the May 22nd nonpartisan judicial election. A Republican gubernatorial candidate in Arkansas says her campaign has temporarily suspended a gun giveaway promotion for contributions and will resolve questions about the legality of that. The suspension of Jane Morgan's promotion came a day after former state representative Nate Bell alleged that Morgan's campaign was considering illegal raffles to raise campaign funds. Bell, whose wife is the aide to Republican Governor Asa Hutchinson, says that the Arkansas Constitution bans all lotteries except for certain narrow exemptions and that none of the exemptions allow for political use to benefit a candidate. Morgan says her campaign is looking into whether any actions have been taken and are prohibited under campaign finance laws and the rules. And one Paragould man won himself quite the bundle of cash on Tuesday. According to Facebook post by the Arkansas Scholarship Lottery, Lonnie James won $10,000 playing the Mega Millions. The post adds that James first told his daughter about the win. However, there are no plans yet from James as to what he'll do with his winnings. Before we take a look at the weather forecast for the rest of the work week, here's the way the stock market ended today. Moved into summer-like temperatures. Long awaited. We had a really late spring, unusual weather for the month of April when temperatures in many cases dropped down near the freezing mark just a week ago. Well, we don't have to worry about any freezing temperatures right now. It was a gorgeous day out there today. Lots of sunshine. Again, a little wind out of the southeast kept our temperatures right around the 80-degree mark, 81 degrees posted here at our studios. Here's the way it looks as we move on through the work week. It's going to be a nice one with thunderstorms expected tomorrow, but short-lived. We'll take the rain. That's okay. We don't need any severe weather, however. And tomorrow does look like a pretty rainy day throughout the day. Late tonight, early morning, a system will move through the area, giving us 80% chance of scattered showers and thunderstorms throughout the day on Thursday. 77 for a daytime high. Everything clears out by Friday. Partly cloudy skies, 77 degrees, and we head into the weekend with sunny skies on Saturday, 77 degrees. Partly cloudy skies on Sunday and 82 degrees. It's going to be a real warm Sunday. Monday we kick off the work week. Again, a nice day, partly cloudy and 79 degrees. Stay with us. Be back in a moment. We'll take a look at sports from around the region as TKO8 News continues.
We'd like to tell you our reason for raising the minimum legal sale age of tobacco products from 18 to 21.
We will not be Big Tobacco's replacements for those who die each and every day from tobacco-related illnesses.
18 and 19-year-old tobacco users are a major supplier of tobacco products for younger youth.
Raising the legal age to purchase tobacco or nicotine products to 21 eliminates access to those suppliers, giving us a brighter future, a tobacco-free future.
We are loud and proud, and we will define our own future. For more information, visit sosprojectprevent.com.
This message is brought to you by your Master Tobacco Settlement dollars at work.
Stop in at White Oak Station on Capps Road in Harrison and fill up with Shell gasoline, the highest quality gasoline with more miles per gallon, saving you money. Sign up for the Fuel Rewards card and save 5 cents per gallon every time. Plus, get an extra 5 cents off on Razorback Wednesdays. That's a savings of 10 cents per gallon. Check out their expanded deli and hot and cold food items. Capps Road, White Oak Station, where customer service is their #1 goal.
Plants, plants, and more plants. That's what you'll find at Camps Plants in Harrison. Perennials, annuals, ferns, hanging baskets, shrubs, roses, decorative trees, and the largest selection of garden vegetables in the area. With different varieties arriving weekly, you're sure to find the perfect plant, shrub, or tree at the best price in the area. Camps Plants and Business for over 33 years in Harrison.
First round game of the 5A West District Baseball Tournament between Harrison and Morrilton turned out to be a pitcher's duel. Only 6 hits were allowed. Unfortunately for Harrison, the Devil Dogs got 4 of those in a 3-1 victory. Morrilton had back-to-back doubles in the top of the 5th inning to do the damage. The Devil Dogs were able to score twice to take a 2-1 lead in the top of the 7th inning. The Devil Dogs were able to manufacture another run after the leadoff batter was hit by a pitch. Observers are noting that even though the season is over, the Goblins had a successful season, picking up the top seed from the West in the 5A Conference. Monday afternoon in Greenbrier, in the opening game of the 5A West District Soccer Tournament, the Harrison Goblins and Morrilton met. After their 8th penalty kick, the Devil Dogs escaped with a 2-1 victory. After a scoreless first half, Morrilton was able to score 14 minutes into the last half. Harrison worked the ball, and just as time was about to expire, Sidney Bailey scored with 15 seconds remaining in regular competition, forcing a 1-1 tie. In the end, penalty kicks would decide who would earn the ticket to the 5A State Soccer Tournament. Home field advantage can usually help get the momentum going. However, the Tigers couldn't get enough of it to get by Shirley in the finals of the 1A1 East District Baseball Tournament held at Lead Hill. Lead Hill defeated Jasper in the opening game of the tournament 16-1. Then Shirley ran past Bruno Payette 19-7 to finish the semifinal action. The strong 5th inning from Shirley helped them jump out to a lead over the Tigers in the championship game and held on and took the district title with a victory 10-3. And the #1 seeded Lady Tigers of Lead Hill went the distance in the 1A1 East District Softball Tournament on Monday afternoon. Rural Special defeated Shirley in the opening game 16-6. Then Lead Hill shut out Bruno Payette in the final semifinal game 11-0. The championship game brought Lead Hill and Rural Special together to see who got the biggest trophy. The Lady Tigers balanced the attack and gave the edge to them 14-11 to win the district title. And the Little Johns were long on points on Monday night, facing Green Forest in conference soccer action. Danville scored 4 goals on the way to posting a 4-0 victory over the Tigers. Green Forest had 24 shots on goal, but the Tigers were unable to put one in the net. Danville, however, only had 9 shots on the goal in the entire contest. Rafael Rosella suffered the loss in the goal for the Tigers. To note, the Tigers had 50 steals in that contest. Bryant Escobar had 9 of those, Urbino Reyes 7, and Jose Hernandez 6. And that wraps up our broadcast here for this evening. Thanks for joining us. Join us Monday through Friday at 6:30 and again at 10 p.m. as we continue to bring you local news, weather, sports, and local announcements from around the area on Harrison's broadcast station, TKO Channel 8. Now stay tuned for more.